If you've ever worked on a government web project, you probably know the feeling all too well. A new website is needed, and the entire process just starts from absolute zero. But what if there was a better way? Today, we're diving into a project that's aiming to change all of that. GovCMS US. Okay, let's just jump right into the big one. The central question that fuels so much frustration in the GovTech world. Why, time and time again, does it feel like every single agency, every department is starting from scratch? It's a question that honestly leads to a ton of wasted time, money, and talent.
And this brings us to what's become a familiar cycle, right? This constant process of reinventing the government wheel, a shared pain point for developers, contractors, and agency staff. We've all been there.
And this isn't just a feeling, it's a fact. This quote from Sean McCathan, a developer who's been in this space for a long time, just hits the nail on the head. He's seen it firsthand. Teams spending months, sometimes even years, building the exact same functionality that another agency down the road has already figured out. It's this vicious cycle of duplication.
And look, this isn't some abstract problem. It has real, tangible consequences. We're talking about costs that just balloon out of control, timelines that are basically impossible to predict, a massive amount of duplicated effort, and frankly, a lot of really great work just getting wasted instead of being shared and improved upon.
So the big question is there a better way? You bet. It turns out this problem isn't unique to the US at all, and other countries have already started paving the way. Let's take a look at some of that inspiration from abroad.
Now, you might hear the name GovCMS and immediately think of the successful Australian model, or maybe you're familiar with the local Gov project in the UK. And this slide really highlights the key difference. GovCMS US is not a government-run program. It's a brand new, totally separate nonprofit consortium that was inspired by those successes, but it's built from the ground up to fill the specific gap we have right here in the United States.
So, with that in mind, let's break down what this new blueprint, designed specifically for the US ecosystem, is all about. Let's talk about GovCMS.
Before we get into all the features, we have to get our heads around this one core philosophy. What is a website, really? It's not just a piece of code or a software platform like Drupal. A real website is a living, breathing system of people, processes, and technology, all working together over time. It's the developers, sure, but it's also the security compliance, the hosting, the content editors, the whole shebang. And that's why just a simple template is never going to be enough.
So at its very core, GovCMS wants to be the hub for all of it. It's set up as a nonprofit open-source consortium that acts as a central repository for proven, battle-tested templates and tools. The goal here is pretty simple. Let everyone, whether you're an agency, a contractor, or a developer, start projects faster, better, and cheaper by building on a solid shared foundation.
Okay, so that's the big picture mission. But what does the platform actually do? How does it work in the real world? Let's take a look at the features in action.
All right. This is where the rubber really meets the road. The platform gives you actual tools like starter kits that are already compliant with the US Web Design System, the USWDS, right out of the box. Huge time saver. There's a built-in cloud development environment so you can get new developers up and running in minutes, not days. And it's got tools for continuous compliance for things like Section 508 accessibility and FedRAMP security. For anyone who's dealt with that, you know that is a total game changer.
And listen, this isn't just some experiment. You've got people with deep, real-world government IT experience behind this. Joel Lehman, who's on the board and used to be with Voice of America, really drives this point home. He says both the people and the technology are proven reliable. This is built on experience, not just theory.
And when we say proven, we mean proven at government scale. The underlying technology this platform is built on was architected to handle, get this, 1.2 billion hits per month for Voice of America. So yeah, the foundation isn't just solid, it's absolutely battle-tested.
So what does this all add up to? Well, it's about a really fundamental shift in approach. It's about building better by building together.
The value proposition here is simple, but it's incredibly powerful. When you look at this chart, you can see that by just eliminating all of that duplicated work, projects see a major drop in cost, a huge boost in speed, and a consistently higher level of quality right from day one.
You know, ultimately, this is positioned as more than just a software platform. It's a movement. The goal is to create a community, a place where knowledge, that hard-won experience, and powerful tools are all shared freely across the entire government ecosystem, and that benefits everyone.
And that leaves us with a final, powerful question to think about.
What if we finally stopped reinventing the wheel? What if the next great digital service for the public wasn't the product of one isolated team starting from scratch, but was the result of a collective effort built together?